Hello my friends, my name is DragonHeart, the Prince of Wales, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Let's Talk Gaming, where today we are talking about this game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So hope you're all well, nice to see you. Sorry about the delay in making these, but it's been quite a difficult few weeks, and I haven't had a chance to make any videos at all, so I do hope you understand. But I wanted to make a video on this game, because this game is absolutely amazing, one of the best games I have played in a long time. I first played this game in 2019 when I bought it, and that game was rushed by myself. I got married that year, I had my cats that year, and I also moved into my house that year, so I had no time for gaming at all pretty much. So what I ended up doing is rushing through the game right at the end of the year and then selling the game straight away. But I bought this game from Argos for £16 on PS5. I saw it in a sale. I was like, I want to play it again. That's worth it. Let's get it. Which is what I did. I played through it recently because obviously I'm in a big Star Wars mood at the moment with the Obi-Wan show being on and everything. So I thought it'd be cool to actually go and play it again. And I've actually played it, finished it, 100%ed it, and got the Platinum Trophy as well. The game is really, really enjoyable. It's quite relatable in a lot of ways as well. You are Cal Kestis, former Jedi Padawan, who is cut off from the Force. He feels responsible for his master's death in Order 66. And you come across Sia Junda, who is a former Jedi Knight herself, who also was living with a lot of guilt over her own Padawan. And you've also got Grease, who is the disgruntled gambling addict pilot who is in search of his own family, which he's actually found with these characters. And you are basically being hunted by the second sister, because of course the Inquisitors hunt Jedi, and you have to navigate your way through different planets involving Bogano, Kashyyyk, Ilum, Dathomir, and I think there's another one as well which I can't remember. Zepho. So I've named all the planets you go to. Some of them are planets that we're already aware of in the Star Wars universe, some of them are brand new for this game. And yeah, really, really good fun. You start off quite weak. You're cut off from the Force yourself, so you're not actually able to do an awful lot. But as the story progresses, you learn more of your skills and you start to reconnect yourself with the Force. That's kind of the story of the game. And the story is a very good one. You know, it's a very, very Star Wars story. And what I mean by that is, in the original trilogy, you've got Luke Skywalker, who's farm boy who's trying to find his place in the world. You've got Princess Leia, who is, former princess who's watched her planet get blown up, who's out to defeat the Empire to get justice. And you've got Han Solo, who is your disgruntled smuggler who only cares about money and himself, who eventually has a big character arc where he actually cares about his friends. You know, Rebels is very similar, where you've got the Ghost ship and you've got Harrison Dula, Kanan Jarrus, Ezra Bridger, and you've got all these characters with their own goals and motivations coming together for the common cause. And that's kind of what this game is like with these characters. They've all got their own little motivations and stuff going on, but they all come together quite nicely. So it's very, very Star Wars in that sense. The combat and the gameplay borrows from most other games. It borrows a bit of everything. I think it's got a bit of Metroid in there. It's got Uncharted. It's got Tomb Raider. It's got Bloodborne and the Souls games. It's got quite a lot of everything. But somehow it works. It works really well. And then the story itself, like I said, it's good. There's some things I wish they'd done a bit different. One of my favorite characters in the game was Night Sister Merrin, who she's a Night Sister that you meet on Dathomir. She has a nice little story arc on that planet and stuff. And then she literally joins your crew, and she has some of the best dialogue with the crew in the game. And this happens so late on that when she joins you, and then literally you go to Bogano, and then you're literally at the point where the game's about to end. So she joins you and the game's about to end. You have no time with her. So that's my biggest criticism, or one of my biggest criticisms of the story itself, is that. I'm excited for the sequel. I've just, like I said, I just played this game again, really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and that'll be good. It'll be interesting to see where they take this, because the trailer came out recently, and we're going to see more of the Inquisitors. Are they going to introduce a new villain? Are we going to see maybe some of the characters from the Obi-Wan show, some of the established Inquisitors from Rebels, maybe? So who knows? There's a lot of different possibilities of where this could go. I feel like that EA and Respawn are treating this very well. EA don't do very well in a lot of ways, and they have a bad reputation, but certainly for this game, this is one where they've actually got it really well done and done correctly, I think. And I always think back to years ago when you had the Jedi Knight series, like Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy and those games. I loved those games growing up as a kid. So to have a good single-player Jedi Star Wars series of games coming back out in the modern era, it's really nostalgic for me. So I'm going to be a little bit biased towards what I think of the game just because of that, really, you know. But like I said, the story is fantastic. The game was good. The gameplay is good as well. The force powers you have are really good and not too... They're done in the right way. It's not like Force Unleashed when you're like got like Force Lightning, Force Choke, and you're throwing people everywhere. You're powerful, and you become more powerful as the game goes on as Cal, but you're not, you're not like a Super Saiyan. You're great against standard stormtroopers and ATST walkers and things like that. But the game's really good because obviously it's a spoiler talk as well, guys. But this game's been out a few years anyway, so if it's on you if you haven't but you feel like you're getting quite powerful in the game, and you've unlocked all like your abilities and stuff, and you're like, yeah, I'm like a wrecking ball, I can destroy anything, I'm feeling pretty good about myself now, I'm a Jedi, you almost have that feeling. And then you get to the end of the game and Darth Vader appears. He has a quick cameo at the end of the game. It was done so well. I think using Darth Vader like that is amazing, because of course he would be there. He oversees the Inquisitors. They work under him, so it makes sense for him to be there. He turns up, and I think he has like a line of dialogue where he literally stabs or kills his Inquisitor second sister. Sia charges towards him, and he goes with just a little flick of the wrist, and she just flies over his shoulder and down the shaft. And then Cal's just there looking really like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. And then Vader's like, it would be wise to surrender. And he's like, yeah, probably. And then you go to try and attack him, and he just doesn't do nothing at all. And then you have like a quick time event where you like go try and escape, and then you're literally just running away from him. You're not even going to engage him because he is so strong. And it was so good to see that in the game. So the way they did Vader was really well done. If I had to give this game a score out of 10, which I often do on this channel, I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. For it to have got higher than that, I think it would needed to have had a bit more variety in some of the levels. You don't go to many. You go to like 4. I think you go to 4 main planets, and then it opens up like another 2 if you include the final area of the Inquisitorius base. And the problem is you have to go to these planets multiple times in the story as well. You go to Zepho like 3 times. You go to Bogano like 2 or 3 times. You go to Kashyyyk twice. You go to Dathomir like twice, because you go there earlier in the game and you get your dual-bladed lightsaber, and then you got to go back there then to fight Malicos and get Night Sister Merrin to join your team, basically. So the game suffers quite a lot in that regard. The pacing of the game can be a little bit all over the place sometimes, but the story is solid. It could have done with a few extra improvements here and there, but like I said, an 8.5 I think is great. And this is my 14th Platinum trophy now. This is my 14th Platinum. So I'm super thrilled to have that in the bag. And yeah, like I said, looking forward to Jedi Survivor when that comes out. And also we've got lots of other cool Star Wars games coming out in the near future as well. Anyway, guys, I've been DragonHeart. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.